Welcome to Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines, and indeed this is a live news show for movie fans where we talk about all the trending movie news headlines of the day, including a lot of the, movies getting delayed because of the strike that's happening. Sarah Silverman weighs in about the strike, and she's angry, man. She's really upset, and we'll talk about that. Saw 10 had its trailer drop over the weekend, and we'll talk about that as well. It's the weekend's box office, so Barbenheimer dominates Haunted Mansion and Talk to Me. Really devastating stuff for Disney, if you're a Disney fan, right? But we start off today's show by talking about that Loki Season 2 trailer that dropped. And we got the first poster here. Official poster. It has to do with time loops or something like that. There's the first poster. Let's go over to the trailer and take a look here at the official trailer for Loki Season 2 that starts off with Loki and Mobius going to some, I don't know if he's like the key maker, their version of the key maker, some kind of cabinet maker or something, but it turns out that it's Kiwi Kwan. So Kiwi Kwan comes out and repairs and what does that say? Advantages or advancement? I don't know what the heck that is. Anyway, Kiwi Kwan, yeah, you can't go wrong with him. I just, guys, I'm getting like Keymaker vibes here from like Matrix, and that's okay. I got no problem with that. But did you guys see this trailer? If you did, let me know in the comments what you thought about it, because I have to be brutally honest with you guys. This time shifting stuff looks fun, sort of, maybe. We do get allusions to Kang. We know that Kang's going to be the big bad guy coming up for the next Avengers movie. So we do get to see a little bit of Jonathan Majors. Owen Wilson as Mobius, I think, was the highlight of the first season for me, aside from Lady Loki. Lady Loki was my favorite. We do get to see her a little bit in this. Working at a McDonald's or something. I don't know what this time thing is going to happen. Looks like it shifts oddly, kind of like if you've seen the Marvels trailer where Miss Marvel switches out with Captain Marvel when they use their powers. It's sort of like that. He gets just pulled off and pulled away. So they're using some, it's not the same thing, but it's like the same mechanic kind of thing. It's the same structure of idea, right? Oh, I'm getting pulled away here against my will. I don't want this to happen, but hey, it's happening. Okay. Yeah. Lady Loki was my favorite part. The timeline. What is in peril again? So Gugu and Bathu Ra, is that her name? And then of course, then we get our Jonathan Majors reveal. So they're still going to go forward with him here in this iteration, because I think he filmed all of this stuff. He filmed all of this before the allegations and the his legal problems started. So I think that they can still go ahead with this as long as they somewhere along the lines transfer. Like if, let's say Majors goes to jail, then of course they got to pivot, and they can just say, well, this is a different variation of the bad guy. I see. This is how bad the MCU is falling apart. I just forgot his name. Kang. Sorry. There. They can just say that this is just a variant of him and have another actor play him, and that's the way that they would go. So it's not a big issue here. I know some people will say that this is confirmation that they're still going full ahead with Jonathan Majors as Kang. Just not get there quite yet, guys. But some people will try to spin it that way today. Let's go down to the comments and see what people are saying. No matter what happens in the MCU, Loki will always be there. Yeah, even through death. How many deaths? And that was 24 minutes ago, and you've got 13K views? Glorious purpose. Wow. Man, I wish I could make a comment like that and get 13K. In the pack of mid-Marvel shows, Loki will always stand out as a masterpiece. So it's got the Loki fans out for it. I wouldn't call it a masterpiece. I love how it looks like we're getting back into the dark era of the MCU again. The comedic relief era was much needed, but I love the dark and action-packed stuff. Was it? Does this look action-packed to you guys? There is that sort of actiony sequence there that happens towards the end in this doorway room or something like that, where he is using his powers.
Always have been. Always will be.
Yeah, so like, I think, I don't know, guys. Are you guys excited for this? I think you could tell from my little reaction there. October 6th is when this streams. It was supposed to be coming out in the summer, but things got shifted around. Looks like Kiwi Kwan is once again back in the multiverse. Absolutely love the recognition and love he's getting. Yeah, got Kiwi Kwan fans out there. I started as a villain, but I live as a hero. I am Loki of Asgard. Okay. Yeah. Well, people are liking it. 23K views. Yeah, like literally the trailer just dropped this morning, right? So, hey, I'm not going to knock it. If people are digging this, if this is what people want to see, I want to see Lady Loki. Mobius, I like. Kiwi Kwan is a good addition. What do you guys think about that Loki Season 2 trailer? Let me know in the comments. Loki Season 2 looks like fire. Glass Viking says, yeah. For October 6th. Yeah, that's okay. What, August, September? So it's still like 2 months away from it, right? That's fine. Okay. Guys, it's the weekend. It's Monday. So if you don't know, there are all my other social media handles that you can follow. We're going to be adding a Twitch thing to this. I might take out the Facebook thing and put in Twitch. Put in the Twitch symbol instead. Yeah. No, I'd have to put the Twitch over here because Twitch is at Mirror Domains. Because I'm going to try to do a gaming stream this afternoon. And it'll be on Twitch. Going to try to up the new gaming scenario. Okay. With that being said, let's get into the Monday. Weekend's box office. Barbie dances to 775 globally, days away from joining the $1 billion club. Yes, Barbie and Barbenheimer ruled the weekend once again. Haunted Mansion, not so good. It didn't come in very well. But Barbie apparently is getting a little bit of traction in the Chinese box office. The China box office gains a foothold, crosses 25 million. Now, yeah, they were bending over backwards to try to get this market for a mere $25 million. But, okay, I don't understand why the trades are obsessed with the Chinese market. Like this is proving, and I say it all the time, Spider-Man No Way Home proves that you don't need the Chinese box office, right? To make $1 billion. Like Barbie's going to make $1 billion. So let's go over to the official top 5 for the weekend of July 28th to the 30th. The top 5 weekend's box office goes: number 1, Barbie; number 2, Oppenheimer; number 3, Haunted Mansion; number 4, Sound of Freedom; and number 5, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, with Talk to Me, the other new release, coming into the 6th spot, just missing out by 700,000. So, Barbie and Oppenheimer hanging on to their spots respectively. They don't change at all, but the big new Disney release, Haunted Mansion, opens up 24.2 million in the 3rd spot. They can't be happy with that. They can't be. But as I said earlier, Barbie, it's going to make by this weekend, I think it should probably cross that $1 billion mark. So you got Super Mario and you got Barbie up there as $1 billion films because it's making that wide appeal. It appeals to a whole generation, different generations of people, right? That's exactly what Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles should be doing, but it's only appealing to the younger crowd again for some reason. I could eat my words on it when it comes out, because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles should be another property that should be $1 billion because it appeals to a wide audience. But anyway, good for Barbie. Really, really happy with that. The percentage was only 42% drop. It's going to be clear that there's going to be some sequel to Barbie coming out probably in the next year and a half or so, which is good. Oppenheimer, Only a 44% drop down to 46 million, and that's also really awesome. I think that this so far, Oppenheimer's probably my favorite movie of the year so far. Um, so when I publish my best of July list here, you guys obviously know what's going to rank as number one. That'll be out later today, I think. Um, Domestically, 174. So I think it's already passed. I think I saw a headline that's saying that Oppenheimer passed Indiana Jones domestically, right? 400 million worldwide. Can't be very happy with that because the budget was only around 100 million, guys, for Oppenheimer. What was let's pull up Indiana Jones here quickly. Sorry, folks. 167, yeah. 167 for Indiana Jones and 174 for Oppenheimer. So, yeah, I can't explain it, guys. People just aren't going out to see Mission Impossible and Indiana Jones. It kind of sucks. Well, we move on. We roll with the punches. We try to anyway. If you're Disney, you try to. You try to give up fare like Haunted Mansion that opened up this week. 24.2 domestically, 9.1 internationally for a total of 33.3 worldwide. And third spot, opening on a budget of 157.8. That's not good. That's awful. That's atrocious. You're pulling your hair out. I can't believe that this happened. Why did this happen? Haunted Mansion opens lowest Disney-based movie since Eddie Murphy original. And it kind of sucks because the acting, as I said, was good. Like Keith Stanfield, this little kid does well. It lacked in its execution of the story. The director, I think he was in over his head because it had all the right ingredients to be a fun ride, but it was like over 2 hours, and it's like, movies like this need to be an hour and a half. They don't understand it. Like, for some reason, Pirates of the Caribbean got away with being 3 hours. And that was like, for some reason, they're using that as like a model. Like, no, don't use 3 hours. Use an hour and a half. If this was an hour and a half, it could have been a tighter film. It should have been a tighter film. I did review it on the weekend. People coming out of the theater liked it, who actually went to see it, but the critics didn't like it. I think I gave it a 6 out of 10, right? It's got some story issues in there. It's got lots of fun Easter eggs, for sure. Despite a lively cast and promising director, this Disney comedy barely has a ball, says Newsday. Yeah, I think I have to sort of agree with that. New York Magazine says it's amazing that anything in Haunted Mansion works, even if most of it doesn't. It's amazing that anything in Haunted Mansion works. Yeah. Well, I said Danny DeVito was good. Nah, Danny DeVito. It was just like, yeah. Just watch him have fun. But the few people that did go out to see it did like it, but it's like 33 million. It's like, here, give me $15 and I'll give you $30 back after you invest in this project. You don't want to give me $15 and then only get $3 back. It's like, hey, whoa, I just lost $12 on this. So we're talking millions here. So they lost 120 million on this as of now. Because remember, it's not as if these numbers magically go up like Sound of Freedom has, but that's because it came out in a smaller release and then slowly opened up like that, right? It's not like that. Haunted Mansion opened up in 3,700 theaters, and people just like it's gonna go like this. This week you got TMNT coming out. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles actually opens up a little bit tomorrow, right? August 1st is early previews for TMNT, and then Thursday you get Meg 2. So you got to think, if Haunted Mansion gets chopped in half. No, I don't think it'll get chopped. Well, let's say 12 million for Haunted Mansion. You think Meg 2 is going to make more than 12 million? Yes, Meg 2 is going to make more than 12 million. I think Meg 2 will make 18 to 20 million. And then you also have TMNT also opening up. So TMNT is also going to make 30 to 40 million, I would guess. So I'm guessing next weekend it'll be Barbie, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Oppenheimer, Meg 2. No, sorry. Barbie, TMNT. No. Oh. God, will Barbie beat TMNT? It could be switching. Barbie, TMNT, Meg 2, Oppenheimer, and then maybe Haunted Mansion hangs in there in the fifth spot. Sound of Freedom's been just steady. It's been constant. Sound of Freedom's gonna get like an international release, I think this week. So it's gonna have some international numbers coming in for that. We've talked about that one in length for the last couple of Mondays. I don't need to go back into that one. But Haunted Mansion is an abysmal, I think it's a failure, a huge monumental failure. And there just was no buzz going into it this weekend. Nobody was talking about it, right? It didn't have like the Barbenheimer kind of vibe to it. Nobody was talking about it. The people coming out of it were kind of like, like just like me. Like if you saw my straight out of the theater reaction, it's up on the channel right now. As I said, it's a shame because it had the right ingredients, and I wanted this one to work. It just didn't. So Disney, shame on you for having a budget of 157 for this. You needed to take the formula of Talk to Me. Now, Talk to Me didn't make the top 5, but it did have 10 million in its opening. So we got a bit of a different case here with Talk to Me, though. Talk to Me. It's a horror movie. It's got 14,000 internationally. I guess that'll get a wider release international. So it'll get some international numbers in there as well coming up too. So Talk to Me might actually hang on to the 5th spot. I would like Sound of Freedom to finally get out of the top 5. Talk to Me should be there. Hopefully next weekend, Talk to Me will be in the top 5. Because it was the better movie out of Haunted Mansion and Talk to Me. But as I said, 10 million seems like it's a little bit low, but Talk to Me's budget was only 4.5. So it's doubled its money. So instead of you giving me $5 and only giving you what, $1.50 back, like Haunted Mansion, you gave me the $5 and I'm giving you $10. That's a success, right? Thank you, James. So Talk to Me, that scenario works out. And for the most part, people who went out to see it, it's brutal. It's horrific. People are enjoying it, and it's a quick hour and 35 minutes, guys. That's the perfect wheelhouse for us, guys. Perfect wheelhouse. Yeah. And there's talks of maybe a sequel coming out. We'll see that in just a second. Michael Phillips says actors as incisive and persuasive as Wilde, Jensen, and Bird break your heart a little, while the trials they endure are making that same heart race. Yeah. And this is a good horror movie. It's not as iconic as I would say Smile was last year, but it's a good fare. It's good fare and good first outing for these directors. So you got first time, like these guys started out on YouTube and now they directed this. This guy who did Haunted Mansion, built up his resume with some shorts and stuff, some TV work, and then he came out and did this big project, and he's getting that, like, this is not good on the resume. Your first big movie is a complete box office failure. Will people look the other way on this one if they liked what work he did? I didn't hear any complaints on set that he wasn't running the machine properly, so he'll probably get another chance, just maybe not of this caliber. And I think that most directors shouldn't have a budget of this caliber. They shouldn't. Like, this kind of a budget should not be commonplace, but it slowly became commonplace, and it shouldn't be. And no budget should be over 300 million. I'm looking at you, Fast X2. Anyway, Talk to Me. Good standing. And I hope that comes into the top 5 next week. We'll see a jumble here, because Barbie may lose its spot to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles gets more than 60 million, which is possible, because as I said, it's opening up tomorrow. So it's going to actually have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 5 days. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? So the next weekend, well, actually, we're not on next week because we're, well, I may turn on the camera late Sunday night because I'm taking a hiatus this week. Yeah. So, if you don't know, guys, I am taking a hiatus. Tomorrow will be our last live show like this for a week and a half because I'm taking time off for the family. So I will be doing shorts. We'll still be. I'll do my straight out of the theater reaction for the Meg and stuff like that, but it won't have like the graphics on there because I won't be at home to put the graphics on there. It'll just be on my phone. Artglass says it's the wrong time of year for Haunted Mansion. Exactly. That's also a factor. Haunted Mansion should have come out in October for the Halloween season. I don't understand this. Shouldn't have put it up against blockbusters. Halloween would have been a better, more relevant release time, maybe. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Artglass Vikings. Haunted Mansion, because it is that kind of Halloween fare. It's ghosts, but it's not too scary of ghosts. It'll get like the 10, 12-year-olds in there, and just it would have fared better for sure. And you would have liked to have it now when you've got a little bit of a lull with some studios delaying their films. The timing for this, whoever the executive who called this and said, "Oh, let's have it in the middle of summer against, we'll have it sandwiched between Barbie, Oppenheimer, and Meg 2 and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles." I was like, what? No. I'd be like, no. God's sakes. Yeah, so that's pretty much the way the weekend's box office numbers have rolled out. Insidious apparently has come out. The Red Door, I saw a headline for that. I don't know if that's in our hit or miss headlines. But Insidious, The Red Door apparently has become the highest grossing domestically for an Insidious film, I think. Now, it's not the highest grossing ever, because I think Insidious 2 was the highest, right? But that's good for that. Insidious, I liked Insidious, The Red Door. I really did. It wasn't quite the movie I was looking for. And there's an example of a movie where I wanted it to be a really awesome final pick, and it didn't deliver that. But I was okay with what it delivered. I was like, my expectations were here. It delivered something over here, but I'm okay with it delivering something over here because it was a satisfying ending for that story. So I hope the studios someday will take a lesson from what these numbers are talking. Talk to Me, a budget of 4.5 million, doubles. Haunted Mansion, a budget of 135. This one, they're hoping that there's going to be some kind of staying power throughout August here, that people will go check this out. Problem is that the word of mouth is kind of like nobody's talking about it. All right. What do you guys think? Did you guys go out and see any of these movies this weekend? My reviews are up for The Haunted Mansion and Talk to Me. Really creepy, man. Yeah, ghosts. You get visions of ghosts. Talk to Me. Really quick little horrific little film. Talk to Me. Go check that out. We also do full movie reviews for things like Barcelona Bird Box. Had lots of fun with that. Our season finale for Secret Invasion that everybody seems to have hated. I didn't mind it. I didn't think it was as atrocious as some people are saying. But yeah, that's wrapped up. We're not going to get a second season of this because it's the lowest ratings for a MCU show ever. My review for Barbie and Oppenheimer are on the channel right now. Same as Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. Guys, go see that movie too. That's awesome. Mission Impossible was awesome. So there you go. Let's get back into the headlines here. Talk to Me too. Talking about Talk to Me. I said that there was, well, they kind of leave it open-ended there at the end. It's a horror movie. Sometimes these things get like sequels, right? Talk to Me directors have already begun work on a sequel. So the two have started on a possible follow-up. Now, these guys, as I said, started out on YouTube. The duo behind Talk to Me, Michael, Danny Philippou, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that, have said that when we were writing the first film, quote, we couldn't help but write scenes for a sequel as well. Our Bible on the movie is so extensive. We got this massive mythology Bible where we broke down every single spirit that talks to the kids. Really? For every spirit, you had a Bible for that? For every spirit the kids connected with, every single rule, every single part of the hand, and the history behind it. So I think there's so much to explore. Well, that's good. That's really good. Yeah, and actually, to tell you the truth, that buildup of the backstory for things translated to the film, because they didn't explain where the hand came from, but you trusted that the actors working and dealing with the hand understood where it came from, right? And how it has its power. Us as the audience, we pick up on those things, and that's how well crafted this story was. Um, we didn't need to know that. Ooh, did it come from a psychic's hand? Was it a medium's hand? I don't know. Is there an actual real hand in there that's just been plastered over with? What's going on? Like they thought out all those ideas, and all those ideas did translate well. So to finish this quote, I'd be so excited about the idea of doing a sequel, and there's 100 different directions that you could take it. So yeah, oh my gosh, it would be so cool to do a sequel. I'd love that opportunity. Close quote, says the director. Yeah, and if you watch this movie, yeah, there's definitely. I mean, it's the hand, right? It's kind of like it doesn't matter if it's the same group of people or a different group of people get the hand, but obviously, if you've seen that end, spoilers, something happens to her. Um, it's possible. Um, there's a different. Maybe you could say that there's like how the ghosts are around us. This says that they're around us and can come into us. Maybe there's a realm kind of like the Further has, like Insidious has, that you can get trapped in or something like that. Because when you say, I welcome you or something, when you let the spirit into you, and that's what makes your eyes go black. Um, Maybe something like that, where you get stuck on the other side and spirit just takes full control of your body in this world. Yeah, there's lots of ideas to explore there. Sophie Wilde in this was great, so I would be looking forward to a Talk to Me sequel. I hope there is one. What do you guys think? If you did go out and see it, do you think there should be a sequel? There's definitely opportunity there for sure. All right. Um, Talk to me. Yeah, go on. Let's talk about the strike. Yeah, the strike continues. But Sarah Silverman weighs in. Sarah Silverman is teed off about a slew of SAG-AFTRA interim agreements for movies with stars during a strike. Guild responds update. Yeah. Now, guys, if you don't know, everything has been put on hold, should have been put on hold, because actors can't go and promote movies. Actors shouldn't be in movies, working on movies right now. Directors can be working on movies. Writers can't be working on movies. Actors shouldn't be working on movies, but people somehow are still working on movies. And that's what Sarah Silverman is angry about. Sarah Silverman. And I do like her. I like her as an actress, as a comedian. I got nothing against her. Uh, I feel effing peed off, quote, she says. And I know I just must not be understanding something. There are like 40 movies being made right now. Yeah, there are other movies being made right now that are under exemption status because they're either religious, independent films, or they started in a different country so they can complete it in this country, in North America, and there's about 40 of those going on, or they're making it for a streaming service. There's certain things there that have gotten them around that working issue, and it's made Sarah Silverman and other actors angry because, are you standing with us or are you not? So she said on the Thursday Night Post, when SAG joined the strike, it is movie stars aren't making movies for you anymore now. What are you going to do? Well, they're making movies. What the F? Yeah. So there she is on the picket strike. I know she's a firecracker. She likes to push buttons, and I know with her comedy and stuff like that. So I know some people out there don't like her style, her flavor, because she's a little bit more on the, well, yeah, she is on the progressive side of things, right? So it's I don't care about the political stuff too much, but that's why some people don't like her. Um, but I got to agree with her that all these movies should be shut down. You shouldn't have an exemption status because you're working with an independent film. And your brethren, your people in the guild, other actors, Do you not stand with them when they're trying to stand up for your rights? Yeah, you may complete that one project, but then nothing else is going to happen for you after. So just stop. Join the strike. If SAG is going to hand out waivers so that 1% of A-listers can avoid the picket lines, then I'm not going to be there striking for them. Yeah. The cold part is the actors getting these waivers are the people that can afford to sit out. Everyone is progressive until they have skin in the game. Wow, I never imagined I'd agree with Sarah Silverman. Yeah. She's right. Unfortunately, Union Strong is BS because most people are only out for themselves. I just think that the productions, they should have just taken that decision out of the actors' hands and said, okay, yeah, we're shutting it down so that this kind of stuff doesn't happen. Um, this thing is going to happen. I haven't heard any talks about them getting back to the table. One side wanted to come back. I think the actors wanted to come back to talk to the table, to talk, but the studio said, we're fine for right now. That was the last update that I heard. So it doesn't seem like there's been much movement on it. I think after August comes and goes, and we see more projects like Haunted Mansion falter. Now, I'm not saying that if the actors could go out and promote the film, this movie would have made $70 million on its opening weekend. I'm not saying that. But actors can't promote the movies. So it's going to be a bit of a problem. And it's going to be a huge problem, a monstrous problem for when Blue Beetle comes out. Because when Blue Beetle comes out, this movie's tracking for the same fate as Haunted Mansion, the same kind of losses. And I think that sucks, man. I think it sucks because people work on these projects. I understand it. But you got to make the right call sometimes and stand with your fellow colleagues and stand in solidarity for the rights, right? So I agree with Sarah Silverman on this, and that's just this strike update for right now. Moving on to some of the fallout because of the strike. So some pictures have been shifted around. Let's take a look. Beyond the Spider-Verse, Kraven the Hunter have been pushed back at Sony. They set the release dates for Venom 3 and Bad Boys 4. Really? Did they? Also, Madame Web has been moved ahead a couple of days. Not that much. So, Kraven the Hunter was supposed to be out it was supposed to come out this January, actually. And then it got pushed to the fall. So it's getting pushed again. I don't understand this. So let's just take a look. It's not all delays, thankfully. Bad Boys 4 will hit theaters July 14th, 2024. Are they even filming Bad Boys? No, they can't be filming because they're on strike. What the heck is going on there? I don't believe that one. I don't believe July 2024. No, that's not happening for Bad Boys 4. Wait a minute. Was Bad Boys 2, wasn't there a third Bad Boys and then it was Bad Boys for Life? Or is Bad Boys for Life the number 3 one? Sony also slated Venom 3 for July 12th. They're not even filming that one. They haven't even begun shooting a single frame of this. How is that going to come out that date? No, it's not. So expect those ones aren't going to get changed. Madame Web, which is done. I think Madame Web is done. Will be debut, Valentine's Day, 2024. Next Valentine's Day. That's good news for the film. Hopefully that keeps that date. Spider-Man Part 2, Beyond the Spider-Verse, was originally set for March 29th, 2024. They haven't given a new release date for it. They just said that it's being delayed. Huh. That's not good. But Spider-Verse did make good money. It didn't make $1 billion, but it's made good money. Spider-Verse. Yeah, Across the Spider-Verse, Part 1, 682. Now this one had a higher budget. I think this one was like 150 million or something, but it's obviously made profit. It's not as big smash hit as some people would say. I guess percentage-wise, it's more than tripled right? So yeah, I guess that is kind of a hit. But part 2 has not been given a date yet, huh? Craven the Hunter was supposed to come out October 6th, but has been pushed back to August 30th, 2024. What? A whole year? What? A whole year for Craven the Hunter. It's done. It's sitting in the can. It's done. As I said, this movie was supposed to come out in January. It's done, and now you've delayed it like 18 months. My God. What? That's lunacy. My God. If you don't believe in the film, then that's what I'm... See, when you push it around, okay, you're going to push it a month. No, you push it for a year. For what? Reshoots? No, the film is done. What you're saying, and it's hard not to get this vibe from it. What you're telling me as a movie fan, that you don't believe in the film. What do you need that extra year for? You already had the trailer for it. An extra year for Craven the Hunter? That's lunacy. The sequel for Ghostbusters Afterlife has jumped ahead from December 20th to March 29th, 2024. Okay, so that one's moved ahead a bunch. Good. Although the film has already finished, which is good. Yeah, the Karate Kid reboot supposed to be December 13th, 2024. Has pushed back Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo has been delayed. It was supposed to come out not this weekend, next weekend. And now it's getting delayed to August 18th, which kind of, no, will now open wide to the 25th. So it's being delayed two weeks. That sucks. Stars can't promote the film, but the audience can. Yeah, but oh man, yeah, like that doesn't make sense. What's 2 weeks gonna do for you? You already had the marketing machine ramped up for Gran Turismo for 2 weeks for August 10th, and now you're backing out on it. What's 2 weeks gonna buy you? And what does a year buy for Craven the Hunter? That one's just maddening. That's nonsensical to me. Because then you're paying interest on it for the loans that you took out just for it to sit on the shelf for a year. People are gonna forget about it. Like you're basically just tanking your film. Craven the Hunter. You're tanking it. I don't understand it. Just put it out, for God's sakes. Some of the decisions made by the executives at these studios just boggles my mind. They're looking at a metric somehow, and they're being convinced by that metric, saying it's not going to make a whole bunch of money. Well, is it possible that the film is not that good? Because if it's a good movie, people will... I don't know. Craven the Hunter must be getting director's cut lowered to PG-13 to capitalize on the wider audience. Maybe. Because it was rated R, right? Art Glass? That's a good call. Craven was it going to be rated R? Or is it PG-13? That's not 2023 anymore, man. What's the rating? Do we get a rating? Nah, man. This sucks. Because it's done. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? You're ruining yourselves. Seriously. Just put the movie out. It'll come, it'll go, it'll make some money. I don't know if it'll be huge. If it's a well-told story, I like the actors. Russell Crowe is in this. Aaron Taylor Johnson looks like he's going to be okay in this. If it's just an issue of the story, if the story sucks, then that's on you guys, right? That one gets me angry. It does. But we got some more delays from Ethan Coen. Let's take a look at that. Ethan Coen has this movie delayed as well. Drive Away Dolls delayed to 2024. Ethan Coen narrative debut. Drive Away Dolls. Okay. Now this was a smaller film, so I guess this is one where you would need actors to come out and promote it. So I agree with this one. was originally set for September 22nd. It's been pushed all the way to February 23rd. So yeah, things are looking like it's not gonna. These strikes are not gonna end soon. I'm thinking late into winter at least, maybe December. Hopefully they'll get solved. Yeah. Drive Away Dolls. What's it about? It's about an uninhibited free spirit, Margaret Qualley, bemoaning yet another breakup with a girlfriend and her demure friend Marion, who desperately needs to loosen up. In search of a fresh start, the two embark on an impromptu road trip to Tallahassee. But things go awry when they cross paths with a group of inept criminals along the way. Criminals? I'm getting a little bit of like California vibe there. Road trip movie. You know that old Brad Pitt movie where he's like a criminal that hitches a ride with them? Who else was in that? Was it? Yeah, Juliette Lewis. And he's like he uses the snuff, right? You know, the tobacco that you put in your nose. So he's constantly going like that. California. Yeah, and he was playing like a crazy lunatic in that one. Oh, David Duchovny, a very young David Duchovny was also in this. All right, and there was also had that girl that played Rolaren in Star Trek Next Generation, Michelle Forbes. Is that who I'm thinking of? No, yes. Star Trek Picard, Rolaren, yeah, that's her. So yeah, she was the wife of David Duchovny. Interesting. I'm getting sidetracked, aren't I? Yeah, so how did we get onto that from this movie? Oh yeah, it got delayed. So there you go, Ethan Coen. Yeah, because it's similar premise of two people getting well, their road trip gets delayed from some criminals. But anyway, yeah, and we're going to see this. All of these productions are going to get delayed, and all of these tentative dates, like they said they confirmed those release dates for Bad Boys and such. No, don't believe that. And Venom 3, they haven't even begun filming that. And Venom 3 is going to have lots of visual effects and a lot of post-production work. I don't expect that to make 2024 release. I expect both of Bad Boys 4 and Venom 3 to be 2025. That's where I put them in. I don't have any trust at all for that. All right. Saw 10 had a trailer drop over the weekend. And no, where are we? Sorry. Did I miss the Adam Driver story? I did. All right, let's go back to that. My bad. Adam Driver, MCU. Adam Driver was in talks to be Mr. Fantastic for the Fantastic Four movie that was supposed to get announced at Comic-Con, but that didn't happen. Adam Driver, MCU casting unlikely following new Fantastic Four report. I guess if you go on this podcast, what's this called? Hot Mic or something. For some reason, people have, because Dan Snyder, is that his name? Dan Snyder? Or John Snyder? Something or other. He's supposed to be like an insider, like he gets the scoops and stuff. So they break things there. He's saying that he's out. And I was actually really shocked the first time I heard Adam Driver was in talks to be Mr. Fantastic, because if you've ever seen him on, I think it was on Graham Norton, he said something about him returning to like Comic-Con, and because he was part of the Star Wars thing when Star Wars was going to Comic-Con, and he was asked, would he ever go back? And his reaction simply sold me on the fact that he would never do a big franchise kind of thing. Let's see if I can get this.
Which seemed, did you like that?
No.
Yeah, so what was it?
You went to a Comic-Con, which seemed, did you like that?
No.
Yeah, so he goes on to explain that, you know, he had to stay in his room because of the rules. He wasn't allowed to interact with the fans. So he felt like he was locked up in like Rapunzel's tower kind of thing, right? And then when he went down there, people were pushing around and stuff like that. He didn't have a very pleasurable experience to this, to that kind of atmosphere. So you joining on to the MCU would have brought him back to the cons, would have brought him back to these kinds of things, and he's a really good actor. So that's where I'm getting my estimation of saying that he doesn't want to have any part of like anything big like the MCU. Like that's why I was shocked. So I got no problem if he's not going to be a part of it. You heard that they were going to shoot for the big A-listers, and he's a big A-lister actor. He's going to be in a new Ferrari movie too, right? I'm looking forward to that. So these people, the comments here, what did they say? Hot Mike said that he is out, but Hot Mike said he was doing it earlier. Clearly, the Hot Mike doesn't have a clue, so maybe you don't use them as a source. Yeah, well, hey, that's the thing, right? But hopefully, they're Roca and Snyder. They at least tell their audience this is speculation, right? This is not concrete evidence. There's people that come into this chat that say, oh, "Did you hear this about the new Halloween movie?" Guys, that's speculation. What we do here on this channel, which makes it a little bit different, is we're talking about concrete things, unless it's about those release dates. For the most part, this is like confirmed news that we're talking about. This is so every now and then we do address these issues, and this is the kind of wall that you'll hit in if you are into this is a scoop, this is breaking news kind of thing, right? So we'll see. Hopefully, well, I'd actually hit the brakes if I were the MCU right now. Pause. Let these strikes settle, and then announce the Fantastic Four. Move ahead with that. But Feige's got to get this thing under control, man. Because the MCU is in rough shape. And it needs something like the Fantastic Four to come in and reboot it, revitalize it, because these will be the characters going forward that we'll all relate with. The Fantastic Four and the X-Men can totally re-energize the MCU, but they got to get there quicker, faster, because the Marvels is not tracking well. It's not going to, that's probably going to be a box office bomb. A Secret Invasion was not a success for it on Disney Plus. Echo's probably not going to do well. I don't even know if Loki season 2. Tom Hiddleston and Loki may bring people out for that one. But if those numbers aren't as high as they want, then guys, Ahsoka for Star Wars comes out in August, and if that doesn't perform, it's not looking good for Disney and the MCU, because they're under the same umbrella. They're all under the big umbrella, right? I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Saw. Sorry about that. I screwed up the order of that storyline there. Saw 10 had its trailer drop on the weekend. I did a trailer reaction. It's up on the channel right now. Luckily, I didn't get a copyright strike or a claim. Whatever. It wasn't blocked. So there you go. I liked the trailer. I liked it a lot. So if you didn't know, it's supposed to be a prequel. It takes place between Saw and Saw 2. Oh, okay. I thought it was between Saw 2 and 3, but I guess not. So I dug what I saw. According to the synopsis, a sick and desperate John Kramer travels to Mexico for a risky and experimental medical procedure in hopes of a miracle cure for his cancer. Yeah, because we know that he's got it, right? So then I guess his entire operation is a scam to defraud the most vulnerable. Armed with a newfound purpose, the infamous serial killer returns to his work, turning the tables on the con artists in his signature visceral way through devious, deranged, and ingenious clips. And we got a clip there that whoops.
Out of all the men to cheat.
That what's her name is back, right? Shawnee Smith or whatever. She's at the end, right? She was the one that was saved at the end in the first one. She actually tore the jawbreaker off, right? And we knew that she was working with Jigsaw, and we also know the doctor, Carrie Elways, was working with Jigsaw at some point, right? I don't know. Should we do watch-alongs for a few of the... Maybe we should do a watch-along for at least the first Saw movie before this one comes out. That's a possibility. But I like the trailer. I thought it was good. You guys watching? Are you looking forward to it? It just got me into the mood again of like, yeah, we used to watch a Saw movie every year around Halloween time. Let's, if they found a new way to get into revitalizing it by showing these little prequels in between kind of things, then I'd be on board with that. Totally. All right. Those studio execs need to strap on a pair and commit to the release dates. Too many crying wolves too soon. Yeah, especially for Craven. That one just whole year? Just, my God. Because then you're going to, we saw an example of this with The Flash, right? The Flash was supposed to come out last year. It was done. It was sitting in the can for like an extra 9-10 months. And they just pushed it and pushed it. It's like, just put it out already. Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle. Let's talk about that. That one's going to be in trouble too. Blue Beetle director wanted to pitch a Bane origin story when he first got the call from Warner Bros. Bane is a story that people do want to tell. We heard that Dave Bautista wanted to be Bane. He wanted to play Bane, but between Matt Reeves' universe and the launch of the new DCU under James Gunn, these projects, I don't know if we're ever going to see them. And I do agree that at some point, we need to get a comic book accurate Bane, because Bane in Batman and Robin was not the proper Bane. Bane, in as much as I like Tom Hardy's performance and the depiction of it, that's not what Bane really was in the books, right? I like the fact that they tried to do the breaking of the back kind of scene. Like you got to give Christopher Nolan kudos for that. But apparently, the director Angel, is that because they don't pronounce the G, right? Because he's Spanish. Angel Manuel Soto wanted to do a Bane origin story instead of Blue Beetle, huh? I wanted to pitch ideas, and one of them was a Bane origin story, told Den of Geek. I always thought that there were something interesting in exploring reality and how characters come to be. Conversation was not about that. Yeah, Bane is an interesting character, and I don't know how you do him. You would have to get a big guy like they did for Batman and Robin to play the masked version, but you could do it just like the way they did Sweet Tooth for Twisted Metal. Have the big guy wear the mask and just have another voice actor take the voiceover, right? I don't know. It's either that or you're gonna have to make him CGI like Thanos to get like the pure bulk and size. Because Tom Hardy's not tall. He's like 5'7" or something, right? 5'8". And they made Bane work for that, but they shot him a certain way. They shot him from underneath, and they shot him in a different perspective to make him look bigger. Yeah, because he was actually shorter than Christian Bale. But I still like Dark Knight Rises. Anyway, Blue Beetle. It's gonna have some problems. So Zack Snyder has weighed in. Zack Snyder applauds the first hero from DC's cinematic rebirth. Well, yeah, James Gunn said that Blue Beetle is going to be he's going to be under the new umbrella. It's going to be that detached. I still think it's probably going to end up as an Elseworlds story. But if this movie is going to perform the way that it is being projected, it's not going to get a sequel. It's going to come and go, and people are not going to talk about it. Can you guys hear me typing? I just typed into the keyboard. Could you hear that? I don't think you could, right? I think I got this working. Yeah. So 120 million. And it's tracking for like an $18 million opening. That is hurt sauce all over. 2 hours and 8 minutes again. Guys, August 18th. Oh, mercy. And this doesn't have buzz around it either. Nobody's talking about this. And if people are talking about it, they're talking about it in the box office projection losses. But at least Zack Snyder says that he applauds it. So what did he say? Quote, looking forward to taking my kids to see Blue Beetle. Hashtag representation matters. Hashtag Blue Beetle. I do like this. Zack Snyder says this. What is that a stamp of approval there? Yeah. Well, it is what it is. Again, I want this movie to succeed. But when you see the budget, for not even a B level hero, this is like C tier, like the third tier of hero, right? 120 million is a lot of money to put into that. I don't understand that. If Blue Beetle was made for like 7 million, well, you can't make a movie for 7 million, James. Well, Jason Blum would say otherwise. Oh my God. Yeah. We got it's going to be dark times for the DCU until Superman comes out and people like what they see from it. And if Superman Legacy comes out and people are like, yes, more of that, please, that's when that will start the road to recovery for the DCU. All right. Ooh, we're running a little bit late, but that's okay, because you know what? Today, I don't have to be anywhere this afternoon. I'm back. So later on this afternoon, we will be trying out a gaming stream on Twitch. I don't know what time, because I got to run out and get some guitar strings here. So maybe like around 2 p.m., 3 p.m.-ish, we'll get back online and we'll play some video games, maybe some Street Fighter, or maybe even Tomb Raider. I don't know. The door's wide open. I don't want to quite start a Final Fantasy VII remake just yet. I'm going to wait until after I take my hiatus, because once I start that, I want to be able to continue. I want to steamroll through Final Fantasy VII. So I want to make a test run of video games first to see if the setup will work and stuff like that. So we'll do that. Let's get into some hit or miss. Ahsoka's mysterious Inquisitor gets official Star Wars character profile. Yeah, the latest Ahsoka trailer, we saw that there's an Inquisitor there. Very mysterious, very intriguing, I thought. So, they got a name. The Inquisitor Marok or Marok. Is it Marok or Marok? I don't know. I guess we'll find out when the show Ahsoka comes out next month. We will be doing full live watch-alongs for that, guys, because I do like the Ahsoka character. I do like Rosario Dawson. And I'm curious to see where this goes with this Inquisitor, which is now acting as a, I guess, mercenary. So the freshly minted character profile reveals, once an Inquisitor hunting Jedi for the Empire, the mysterious Marok now works as a mercenary hired by Morgan Elsbeth to carry out dark deeds. Fully encased in battered battle armor, the warrior still carries a red double-bladed saber with a circular hilt. So, yeah, we've seen that in the trailer. I was like, wait, we still got Inquisitors going around? Cool. But I guess not. It's now a mercenary, right? Mercenary hired by Morgan Elsbeth? I don't even know what the heck that is. Is that somebody in the... Oh, okay. She was in, what was it, season 2 of Mandalorian, right? She was the one that gave him the spear. She fought with Ahsoka, and she was like, where is Grand Admiral Thrawn? Okay. All right, so that Inquisitor is going to be working for her. Cool. I'm really looking forward to it, because it's going to show us Thrawn, Grand Admiral Thrawn, and I hope that it doesn't succumb to the same kind of story tropes that Obi-Wan did, where it's like, it's not really about Ahsoka, guys. It's about this other character over here. No. Make it about Ahsoka. Hopefully it is. All right. What's going on here? Next, every movie leaving Netflix in August. Ooh. What's leaving? Do we have to take advantage of something for a watch along? A lot of great movies, including Dr. Zeus the Lorax is leaving. Hotel Transylvania, no love lost there. Julie and Julia, eh. Skyfall is leaving. I like Skyfall. Land Before Time is leaving. Pursuit of Happiness is leaving. Woman in Gold. I like that one with Ryan Reynolds. Helen Mirren. He's like trying to help her out with some art or something like that. I like that one. Wait, is that it? that's not much of an article. That's all August 1st. What are you talking about? Ah, well. Next. Cardi B throws microphone at idiot who hurled a drink at her during a concert. And yeah, guys, this has got to stop. I'm actually happy about this. Cardi B, I mean, I'll never understand as a fan. As much as I am a big fan of Taylor Swift or even like Big Wreck that played a free concert here in Galt last Friday, but I couldn't go to see it because I was at work. Anyway, I would not throw anything at them, for God's sakes. Morons. And good for her to stand up for herself. Hey, if you're going to throw something at me, I'll throw something back at you. And we've seen this. This is not new to the performing people. Like, it's been happening to rock stars forever, right? If you've seen like Axl Rose meltdown about people throwing stuff, he's like, you throw one more thing up here and we're done. We're leaving. It's like, yeah, that happens. They're just morons. Anyway, I hope Cardi B is okay. Sounds like she didn't get plunked on the head like baby Rexa. God's sakes. You saw the scars on her face from that. That's moronic. So let's just, is there a video of this? Oh yeah. No, that's justified. Because guys, even if it's a drink, even if you got like flour and you throw it at somebody, like flour won't hurt, a drink won't hurt, the water won't hurt, but it's still considered assault, and you shouldn't do it. So yeah, no, I don't fault her at all for doing that. Because you gotta, eventually, guys, what's going to happen is that people just won't be allowed that close to the stage. How good is somebody's throwing arm? Nobody in the audience is going to be like Tom Brady and have an arm strong enough to throw over. Like, you won't be able to be, what, 20 meters, maybe? Yeah. And it's just ridiculous. So Cardi B standing up for herself. Kudos. Good for her. All right. Guys, that's all I got in the can for side stories. We'll take a look at the Twitterverse here in a minute. If they stick to the Heir to the Empire books, Timothy's on, then I'll be happy. Me too. Me too. I do have that trilogy somewhere in my storage. I want to get that out and reread it because I want to get familiar with Doris Sabath again. Doru Sabath or whatever his name, however you pronounce it. We'll figure that out hopefully in that movie. Because that there is an Heir to the Empire movie coming out that this is all leading towards, right? Hopefully. All right. So, what's next? Go over to the film updates. See if we missed anything. See if we missed anything trending. Okay, more SAG stuff. Zendaya and on Luca Guadagnino's Challenger. What Luca's really good at is finding sensuality and desire. There's so much in glances. The tension builds, not having the release is a good thing sometimes. Yeah, she's going to be in this movie Challengers that's about like I guess a menage a trois. 3 people that have desires to be in a relationship. Kind of racy for Zendaya, which is fine. Got no problem with that. I'm not a big fan of Luca Guadagnino, though. You guys know that, right? Yeah. So yeah, and they play tennis or something, right? We have more interest in the bodies and the sweat. For God's sakes. Hannah Waddingham submitted international break episode. I don't know. She might be the only reason why I would watch Ted Lasso.
Never to return.
Also because I don't have access to it. A new look at Joshua Connor Challengers. Okay. Willem Dafoe, Poor Things has been revealed. I don't know why, because this movie got delayed to December, right? This is another movie that got delayed. Poor Things, this is where he's like a Dr. Frankenstein that makes Emma Stone as a Frankenstein thing. First look at Spy Kids Armageddon, starring Gina Rodriguez, Zachary Levi, as well as Connor Esterson and Everly Cardellania. Film debuts on Netflix, September 22nd. Huh. I got no problem with the Spy Kids. I don't. I was kind of happy that that Robert Rodriguez was having fun making content for kids. Okay. First trailer for Loki Season 2. Yeah, we got that. Which remaining 2023 films are you looking forward to the most? Dune Part 2 is up there, and I hope Dune Part 2 doesn't get delayed. Killers of the Flower Moon. I think I am looking forward to that one now. The runtime is still going to be like a kick in the pants. What's this one? I don't even know what this is. What is this movie? That's Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That trailer didn't work for me. Because I saw it recently on Haunted Mansion on the big screen again. And that trailer just kind of, I just looked at it and kind of went, meh. Because I don't know, even though you have the voiceover from Donald Sutherland, I don't know if people understand that that's supposed to be the younger President Snow. Even though they say it in the trailer, they got to really hammer that home. I don't know if it works. And Rachel Zegler, this shot too, this shot doesn't work. It's because like, here, we're putting the camera right up in your face. Look as if you're talking to somebody over here. Yeah, I don't know. That one, whoops. Yeah. I don't even know what that one is. What is that one? Is that Friday Night at Freddy's? Whoops. The Marvels is going to be up there for some people. Rebel Moon? Rebel Moon will be up there for me. I'm looking forward to that. We'll be doing watch along for that. That's that Zack Snyder one that he took a lot of inspiration from Star Wars from, right? Why is Survivor trending? Is Survivor coming back in the fall? Guess not. I'm sure it is. It's around September. We'll be doing we'll be watching the next season of Survivor. I had fun with that. All right. And ooh, yeah, who knows? Patrick Wilson's The Red Door is the highest grossing film inside the Insidious franchise. Is it? It can't be. I thought it was just the highest Insidious franchise. Let's pull up that. Insidious franchise. Worldwide. I guess it is. The last key had 172. I thought Insidious Chapter 2 was the most, though. 161, so I guess not. So yeah, Insidious The Red Door is the most. Huh. As I said, that's a film that I really, I didn't have anything against. Good for Patrick Wilson, too, because that's, again, that was his first time out directing a horror film. First time out for the guys who did Talk to Me, did good. The only one that it didn't work out for was the guy who did the big budgeted Hollywood movie from Disney for Haunted Mansion. Oh, a new look at Napoleon. Are you looking forward to this one, guys? Is this one that's on your radar as most anticipated? I'm curious. I'm not hyped. I'm sure that they would like to cash in with that Oppenheimer kind of Zeal. Oh, is that another poster? Another poster for Loki. That one sucks. I'm sorry. That one's not as good as, well, nah, that one's too cartoony. I don't like that one. All right, where was I? What did that? All right. Well, that was it anyway. All right. Well, guys, that's all I got in the can for today. As I said, we will be doing a live stream later this afternoon, but I don't think it'll be on YouTube. It'll be on Twitch. So there you go. Around 2 or 3. As I said, I got to run and get some guitar strings, and we'll be doing that. Yeah, wait a minute. Closes 9 p.m. I got to get there before 9 p.m. Damn. That'll be fine. All right, that's it. Join us tomorrow for more movie news, and I'll see you next time on Mirror Domains.